Hello and welcome to this tutorial on After Effects. Today we'll be creating a Web 2.0 style text effect which includes a nice shiny gloss and also a simple ground reflection. So this is an example of what we'll be creating today. Okay, let's get started. First, let's create a new composition and I'm going to rename this text, and for this example I've used HDTV, and you can make it however long as you want, and then hit OK. Okay, so firstly we want to create the backdrop for our text. So let's create a new solid. This is going to be a white solid. I'm going to rename this background. Hit OK. Okay, so as you can see it's just a solid white background at the moment. But what I like to do is add a nice little faint spotlight, which adds for a nice effect. So let's do that. So we're going to hit Layer, New, Solid. We'll make it a black solid this time. Hit OK. And we're going to rename this Spotlight. Hit OK. Okay, so now you should have a just a black screen in your composition. So let's select the Spotlight, and we're going to hover over our rectangle shape tool, and we're going to hold Alt and click twice till we get the ellipse tool, and just double click the ellipse tool. So as you can see we've got a nice shape here now, but we're going to change this from add to subtract. We're starting to get somewhere now, and we're just going to click this arrow to take us for some more mask properties, and we're going to feather it quite a bit. We'll feather it about 300. So now you can see what effect we're trying to achieve. But I want to create it a bit less subtle than this, so I'm going to put the opacity to around 25%. So now as you can see it's just got a nice little faded edges which likes to emphasise the text. So I like to do that, and that backdrop looks quite good now. Okay, so onto the text itself. Hit Layer, New, Text, and here we're going to write whatever text you want. Make sure the text is black and hit OK. Now let's just type VFX Lobby. Okay, now we want to drag this into the center to make it a bit more central. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to create the reflection of the text itself. So what we're going to do is duplicate our text layer by holding Control and hitting D to duplicate. And now I want to put our new layer beneath our text layer. And so let's rename this layer by hitting Enter. And we're going to rename this Reflection. Okay, so now we're going to create the reflection. So we need to go into the scale parameters in this text layer. So we're going to hit the arrow down into the transform. And here with the scale, we're going to uncheck this constrain proportions. And on the second parameter we're going to change this to -100. So now as you can see we've flipped the text itself, and it's not in the right position, so we're just going to select our reflection, hold shift and drag it up. Now you want to scroll in if we get into 200%, and just use your arrow keys just to nudge it until you're just on the text. Okay, so now we've got the reflection, and we need to add it so it fades away at the bottom. So we're going to select the reflection layer, we're going to hit Effect, we're going to go Transition, Linear Wipe, and now we're going to make the wipe angle to 0, and we're going to up the transition completion to around 45. And now as you can see it's nearly off, so we need to feather this. So we're going to feather it up, and 65 looks good. And so there you go, we've created a nice reflection, but I think it looks a bit too strong at the moment, so what I'm going to do is hit T on my keyboard on the text layer. I'm just going to lower the opacity to about 35%, looks quite good. And there you go, just a nice subtle reflection. And now I want to stylise my text itself, because just black doesn't look too great. So I'm going to select our VFX lobby text. I'm going to hit Effect, Generate. I'm going to select Ramp. And we're going to do a nice gradients on our text. So let's drag the start of the ramp, hold Shift and drag it down, so you're close to the text. And you're going to do the same to the endpoint. So drag it up. Now if we zoom on in, it's time to get an idea. And you know, that's quite nice. So we've got a grey, a dark grey to a lighter grey gradient, which looks quite nice and goes with the current style of our text and our composition. And so now what we want to do is add the gloss itself onto the text. So we're going to duplicate our text one more time, Control D, and let's just rename this, hit enter, and rename this gloss. Okay, so now if we select our gloss layer and we want to delete the ramp effect that was carried through our other text layer, and we're going to double click on our gloss layer, and we're going to change the colour to white and hit OK. Okay, so now what we want to do is draw around our white text layer now, so we get a nice shiny gloss effect. Just going to select the gloss layer, hit the pen tool, and we're just going to draw points. And you can also curve if you hold the mouse and drag. You can also curve to get a nice glossy look. Then connect all the points up together. And as you can see, we've started to have that gloss effect shining through. And we're going to select the gloss layer one more time, hit T on our keyboard. I'm going to change the opacity to around 20%. And there you have it. You have created a simple Web 2.0 text which gives a nice modern result. I'm Matt Evans, and this is another free tutorial brought to you by www.vfxlobby.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.